Throttles.
Idle.
Top gear.
Forward in on the left.
Gas flap.
1 and 2's open.
Fuel valve.
4 aft, 2 plus hands off.
Carburetor air.
Down and cold.
Tension had been increasing between the Allied military government and the Soviet bosses of East Berlin.
At the end of World War II, Berlin was divided up into 4. On the western side was the American, French, and British sectors, and the eastern half of Berlin was occupied by the Soviets.
Due to the Nazi invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, life in Germany started to get really tough. Natural materials dried up, and arrangements to get supplies delayed longer and longer. The Soviet forces had a policy to destroy the earth and anything useful that they could not carry with them. Rationing was introduced earlier in 1939 before the outbreak of war. Initially, it was mostly just food that was rationed, but then clothing, shoes, and cleaning supplies started to get rationed. Rationing was enough to live off of, but it did not permit any luxuries such as chocolate, cakes, and other sweets. Meat was scarcely available. Vegetables and local fruits were not rationed because they were not available. The stamps that were given included meat, fruits, and nuts. Restaurants only allowed higher class people with better stamps to come and eat at restaurants.
We had just electric power 2 hours during the day and 2 hours during the night.
Schokolade und sowas, das war bloß ein Traum. Überhaupt Essen war bloß ein Traum.
On June 24, 1948, the Soviet Union halted and barricaded railway traffic between the east and west regions of Berlin to prevent fleeing people. American allies were sent to bring resources to these western areas, dropping fuel and food from the air. 5,000 to 8,000 tons of supplies got delivered each day for the entire duration of what was known as Project Vittel. Among those pilots was none other than young Gail Halverson, who after years of working on his father's beet farm in Utah had applied to a flight training program. He started his service in the year of 1942, taking part in Project Vittel later on. During one of these runs to western Berlin in particular, however, Gail accidentally stumbled into something unexpected.
30 kids plastered right up against the bar. And I was there and I got so interested in them. And they were encouraging me. They said, hey, you know, it's July. You just wait till fall and winter comes. You're not going to be able to get in here. But when that happens, don't give up on us. I reached my pocket and all it has 2 sticks of gum. Double mint, Wrigley's double mint gum. And I got an idea. I said, boy, I can deliver tomorrow to these same kids without losing any sleep. I can drop it out of the airplane. Went to my co-pilot engineer, John Pickering, and Sergeant Elkins, and said, guys, I need your candy ration. So they were good guys. They got their ration, and boy, I had a double handful of chocolate bars and gum. I thought, wow, that's pretty heavy.
Gail Halverson really wanted to deliver candy to the children, but he didn't know how he could do it. If you just dropped the candy at 110 miles per hour, that would give a bad impression to the children. So he had to come up with an idea. He decided to use parachutes. He actually used handkerchiefs, and he tied them up with a string to the candy he was using, and then dropped it to the children. And how he told the children that he would be coming is he wiggled his wings, and he wiggled his wings 3 times, and the children knew that he would be dropping the candy.
What Gail did was much more than giving a couple kids some candy. He brought hope. Hope in a time where such a thing seemed like nothing more than a distant memory. The same attitude is what ultimately led for both the east and west sides of Berlin to be set free, prevailing against the Soviet Union. The same values Halverson still teaches to this day, at 100 years old. The candy bomber, the chocolate pilot, Uncle Wiggly Wings, whatever you want to call him, he is undeniably a hero.
Serving others is the only true way to happiness. It's not more money or a bigger car than a neighbor or a nicer house. The only way for true happiness is to serve others. The Dead Sea's dead because it takes in everything, gives nothing. Well, my guys gave everything for the success of the airlift.